It's another 3 for Joe. He's cut it to a 3-point Nick lead, and now Pat Riley takes a timeout.
Bad news. Neek's got new shoes. He's got custom fit and support on top. Flip a switch. He's got it below, too.
It's the new Reebok double pump. Now get back up there. Hey! Hey!
The double pump. Pretty scary, huh?
Hey, get back here, man.
Arnold Palmer Golf from SEGA. 17 super ceramic clubs to choose from. Check your lie, the wind, and the distance to the pin. Then drive, pitch, slice, hook, and putt your way around the toughest courses in the world. Arnold Palmer Golf is serious fun.
Classic Italian pizza from Pizza Hut. Try it on its own or as part of the 1990 pairs deal. Dine in, take away, or home delivered.
When you decide to build your next home, make sure the builder you choose is a master builder. The Master Builders Association of Victoria set the building standards in this state, and together with VSNL, who plan on becoming the largest providers of new home loans in Victoria, are dedicated to building superior homes. Master Builders are renowned for excellent workmanship and quality design. They use only the best materials, like Boral bricks, tiles, plasterboard and windows, and other top products, including Telecom's new range of home phones and equipment to suit your individual needs. And with the help of VSNL and St. George, you'll find home finance so much better. Building a new home or renovating, phone 419-4555 to make sure the builder you choose is a master builder.
Off interstate this week? All over Australia, thrifty businessmen know the smart way to save money. Feel the power of the big V6 motor. Experience the luxurious interior of the fantastic new Mitsubishi Verada. And everyone in the Thrifty fleet has been fitted with a state-of-the-art hands-free car phone. And as a special introductory offer, you can drive the new Mitsubishi V6 Verada from as little as $90. Yes, $90 a day. So, don't pay more. Be smart. Be thrifty. See you at the airport.
Lives in the balance. Laying lives on the line.
Mitch is practically on top of you.
Baywatch, tonight on 10.
For the ultimate entertainment, live basketball tonight on Channel 10. The Tigers will be ready to roar when they take on the Geelong Supercats. Basketball's most devastating combination, Copeland and Gaze, will unleash their power. Geelong won't know what hit them. On Channel 10, live.
Thomas unleashing. Isaiah Thomas has tied it at 61. 11 points for Thomas. So the Knicks sparked up earlier this third quarter off a 10-0 run and a 12-point lead, but the Pistons have come roaring back, and the game is tied at 61. Starks fouled by Dumars.
That time a good, hard show by Bill Lambier when the pick and roll was about to develop. It gave Joe Dumars time to recover and play his man straight up, but then Starks used a couple tricky dribble moves there, got his back to the basket, and as Dumars tried for the swipe, got too much arm.
The Pistons in an 18-6 run since the Knicks led by 12 points. John Starks averaged only 7.5 points per game against Detroit in the 4 games during the regular season. They split the season series at 2-2. But he had a good one on Friday night in game 1, 5 for 10, 14 points. Starks now with 9 here this afternoon, and the Knicks lead it by 2.
You see the Knicks all the time. Should John Starks be a candidate for the 6th Man of the Year award?
I would say he's among the candidates, but I don't see Starks winning out over the likes of Detlef Schrempf and Sarunas Marciulionis. As Orlando Woolridge has tied the game at 63. You also have to rate Dan Marley over Starks. I'd put him number 4 in that category. He has had a very fine season. John Starks in his 3rd year out of Oklahoma State, one of 4 colleges that he played for. Xavier McDaniel with 18 points. And the Knicks lead it 65-63. 2 minutes remaining. In the third, nice look. Thomas from Sally, and the game is tied at 65.
Well, Detroit calls it the fist. Chicago calls it its triangle offense, but the Pistons have taken some of their options, and that time, a little back pick, center on guard, produced the layup.
Mason is stopped, and that won't count. Detroit wants a tie-up, looking for a jump ball, but a foul was called.
Well, you have so many different things that could be called there. Detroit wants a jump ball call. They felt the block took place and that the Knicks came back down to the ground. New York wants a foul, and then New York also wants a basket. The block from behind, did he come down? No, he released first, then the foul by Bill Lambier. By John Sally, rather, not Lambier.
Mason giving the Knicks a 1-point lead. Anthony Mason, a local New York City product out of Springfield Gardens. All City at Springfield Gardens, although he did not play basketball until his junior year. Oakley, met by Lambier, and the Knicks regroup.
On the scouting report for Detroit, one of the statements, watch out for New York when they're on the foul line. They come up with a lot of their missed free throws.
Woolridge called for his third. The Pistons over the foul limit.
X-Man down low, holding his ground, and Woolridge trying to decide which way do I want to come around this guy, but you just can't hold him.
Xavier McDaniel on the line for the first time. 19 points for McDaniel. He is the high man in the game. Xavier acquired back in October from the Phoenix Suns in the trade for Trent Tucker and Gerard Mustaf. Knicks 68 and the Pistons 65. 1:25 left in the third. A reach-in called on Mark Jackson.
And Detroit certainly would like to get their share of what you would call the lesser fouls to give them some opportunities to go to the foul line and pick up some extra points from the stripe area. If you're going to let him reach in and keep an arm on and get a body in like that, well, you have to call that foul. Otherwise, he'll get away with murder.
Next Knick foul would put them over the limit. Here's Lambier on the pick and roll. Rebound Starks. Starks and Jackson now in the backcourt. McDaniel stopped by Lambier. Good play by Bill Lambier. Dumars.
Detroit still will get a 2-for-1 opportunity by Dumars coming up with that offensive rebound after his missed shot. They'll put the ball back in play and have 2 chances to the Knicks 1 to finish out this quarter.
Dumars worked off the pick. Some time remaining in this third quarter. Shot clock down to 8. Dumars working hard, and he drew the foul.
And the reason that Detroit used up the clock the way they did, if they would have shot too early, it would have given New York the opportunity to go 2-for-1 back at them. So they ran out as much of the 24-second clock as possible. Now with just over 36 seconds remaining, New York will get 1 chance, and then Detroit should get one. Back them down, get in that lane area, and then try to draw the contact.
Joe Dumars to the line for the first time. Looked like Isaiah Thomas was shaken up. The Detroit trainer, Mike Abdenauer, checking it out. Joe Dumars gets set to shoot the fouls. Joe Dumars, a 3-time NBA All-Star, most valuable player of the '89 finals when the Pistons won their first championship. And he is the only Piston player to start every game this season. Looks like Isaiah is okay. All 9 points for Dumars have come here in the third quarter. He and Woolridge able to get it going after the slow start. The Knicks lead at 68-67. Half-minute to go in the third. Oakley stripped and fouled. Contact made by Lane Beal.
Most times the Detroit Pistons team gets away with that strip maneuver where they anticipate the basketball coming up as the offensive player is going to the rim. They try to get an arm in and knock it free. Today, an unusual number of calls against them where they're getting more arm or hand than basketball.
Oakley 2 for 2 from the line. Charles with 15 rebounds, setting the tone off the boards as he did in game 1 on Friday. Charles Oakley, a 74% free throw shooter.
I think you have to admire the fact that Oakley has accepted the role that Pat Riley and the staff have asked of him. He's gone out and done his job, and regardless of the minutes that he has received in each game, he has turned down, as you mentioned, the shots early in the year. And now he realizes that if we all do our part, it can work out for the betterment of the entire team.
Yes, he has cut down on his mistakes and on the questionable shot selection of previous seasons. But as we mentioned, Pat Riley would like Oakley to shoot the medium range jumper more frequently. As Pat put it, within the flow of the offense. 15 seconds to go in the third. Knicks lead it by 2. Out of 10. Wolvers behind the back for Lane Beer. Sally couldn't handle it. Here is Jackson firing. After 3 at Madison Square Garden. It's the Knicks 69 and the Pistons 67. Orlando Woolridge with 10 of the 16 here in the third. We'll be back after these messages.
Only SEGA could dream up a game this tough. Shadow of the Beast. You're on your own against 100 of the most brutal monsters ever to hit the screen. And don't bother calling the SEGA hotline for help, because even they can't conquer the Shadow of the Beast.
Pricebuster Ollie Martin is now at Sportsmart Wholesale Buying Club.
This 4-day super sale has hundreds of tennis rackets at up to 70% off. There's top brand sport shoes including Reebok, a real winner at half price. Famous name sports clothing and tracksuits are half price. Keep fit with a deluxe exercise bike at a crazy $89. Save on top grade sporting golf balls at an amazing $17.95. Plus hundreds of other great sports bargains at the 4-day warehouse super sale. Only at Sportsmart Wholesale Buying Club.
When you decide to build your next home, make sure the builder you choose is a master builder. The Master Builders Association of Victoria set the building standards in this state, and together with VS&L, who plan on becoming the largest providers of new home loans in Victoria, are dedicated to building superior homes. Master Builders are renowned for excellent workmanship and quality design. They use only the best materials, like Boral bricks, tiles, plasterboard and windows, and other top products, including Telecom's new range of home phones and equipment to suit your individual needs. And with the help of VS&L and St. George, you'll find home finance so much better. Building a new home or renovating, phone 419-4555 to make sure the builder you choose is a master builder.
Hey, lighting buyers, don't miss this crazy 3-day liquidation sale. Outside floodlights normally $16, a ripper bargain, now half price. Low voltage downlights are down to a ridiculous $26. Scare away burglars with a security floodlight for an amazing $28.50. Philips soft tone globes are 69 cents. Buy one, get one free. Exhaust fans below trade price, only $23.50. Do-it-yourself spheres are red hot special, only $5. Join the thousands who shop and save at Australian Lighting, the lighting warehouse.
Hey, D Brown, what are you doing here in New York?
Purchasing my new dunk with my new shoes, Reebok Omni-Zones.
Reebok Omni-Zones?
Yeah, very lightweight, which is key for this jam.
Oh, yeah? Which jam?
The King Kong jam.
Ready when you are, Three!
was a playground legend till fate played its cruelest hand.
I didn't do it.
Now there's nothing left.
I need a man.
But the sweet taste of revenge.
Dear Edna. Oh, Woodrow. You've got a date with the Xerox machine.
The Simpsons, 7:30 Sunday on Channel 10.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden in New York. Marv Albert, along with the czar of the telestrator, Mike Fratello, and Ahmad Rashad, as we head to the fourth quarter, and the Knicks and the Pistons in a two-point ball game. Knicks lead 69-67. Game 2 of the best of 5. Friday night game 1. The Knicks won in convincing fashion, 109-75. Detroit came on strong after the slow start in the third quarter. Here is McDaniel. And the rebound comes back to Jackson.
Well, through a lot of hard effort, what happens is two Pistons fighting for it. The ball winds up in New York's hands.
Jackson being played by Sally. Goes to the left hand. And it's last touch by the Pistons. Now Mark Aguirre, who on a couple of occasions was at the scorer's table ready to come in during the third quarter, finally is able to make his appearance. Orlando Woolridge heated up, and Chuck Daly changed his mind. Bill Laimbeer has been solid, 12 rebounds, 8 points. He'll sit down. Jackson for McDaniel. He's had a hot hand. 22 for Xavier McDaniel. Knicks 71, Detroit 67. John Starks trying to get the crowd involved. The Garden crowd has been on the quiet side during fourth quarter play, and Starks motioning, trying to get the crowd going. Dumars from deep, yes! Joe Dumars cuts it to a 2-point Knick lead. McDaniel one-on-one with Woolridge. Orlando saying, come on.
And McDaniel saying, there it is.
The X-Man with 24, and the Knicks lead at 73-69. Xavier McDaniel has come up very big in a big ball game. Aguirre for Dumars. Loose ball foul called on Woolridge.
And it seemed like a very late whistle to the Detroit staff, to Orlando Woolridge. Lee Jones probably would have let that go if Detroit had not come up with possession, but after the fact, when he thought about it, he felt the advantage of Woolridge putting his hands on the back of the player boxing him out was too much, so he blows a late whistle. Hey, if it's right, you'd rather have a late whistle. Ball up. Are the hands in the back? Yes, they are.
Orlando sitting down after picking up his fourth. Dennis Rodman has come on. Starks for 3. And Jackson able to race it down. The Knicks were on every loose ball the other night, and they have been succeeding here in the second half. Now McDaniel felt that he was bumped. Has played only 16 minutes today. Starks called for the foul. 9:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Knicks lead it by 4 points.
Well, it's not going to get any easier as far as the contact goes, particularly in a close game. Down the stretch run here in the fourth quarter, they are still after it, just like this game started out.
Dumars. Patrick Ewing has been sitting for some time. Pat Riley apparently saving him for the stretch run. He picked up 4 fouls. Only 4 out of 18, but was showing some signs by hitting 3 of his last 4. The Knicks 73 and the Pistons 69. McDaniel over Rodman. And Oakley could not hang on. Sally gets to it. Sally going all the way.
Not a bad move for a 6'11" player to get the rebound and lead the fast break. John Sally saying, you know, some of the guys do that, like Barkley and some other guys. I kind of like that maneuver.
9 points for Sally. Now Ewing getting set. to check in. The Knicks lead by 2. Starks. Good box out by Rodman. Aguirre with the open shot. And McDaniel rebounds. Starks with room. And he's been off. Oh, Jackson got a piece of it. And that prevented the fast break with Dumars ahead of the field. Here's Patrick Ewing for Xavier McDaniel, who hears it from the crowd. 11 for 21, 24 points, plus 7 rebounds.
And X-Man has received quite a pounding physically, as well as the great job that he's done. He's absorbed a lot of blows today.
Joe Dumars turning it around in the second half, and he's tied the game at 73. Knicks have missed their last 5 field goal attempts. Starks, yes. So John Starks with the 11, and he's given the Knicks a 2-point lead.
Well, when you go into a series and you are the team that does not have home court, all you want to do is get one of the 2. You don't care if it's the first or second. And just when it seemed like Detroit might be on its way out, they find a way of coming back and hang real tough in the fourth quarter here.
Starks charged with the foul, his 4th. It is a non-shooting affair.
The hold and the riding of the back there by Starks.
Dumars for Sally, and he is fouled. Oakley called for his 3rd. A look at the foul rundown. 3 apiece on Oakley, McDaniel, Jackson, Starks, and Ewing each have 4.
And Detroit starting to take the ball to the basket, drawing and looking for open teammates. Earlier, Aguirre misses a wide-open shot in the corner. That time, Dumars, who also has a lot of the abilities that point guards have to find open people, hit Sally on the roll.
The only Piston in foul trouble, Woolridge with 4. Sally has 10 points. Now Sally has come on here in the 4th quarter. Pistons down by 1. Sally in his 6th year out of Georgia Tech. Local product, native of Brooklyn. A standout at Canarsie High School in Brooklyn. The Knicks 75 and the Pistons 74. 7:20 remaining in the 4th quarter. Oh, Sally jumping out for the steal. Has a 3-on-2. Rodman. And the Pistons lead 76-75.
You see some of the other skills besides just rebounding, playing defense, shot blocking that both Sally and Rodman have. They can take it, put it on the floor, and then make decisions at the end.
Oakley is fouled. Ewing double team. And saw Oakley with the step down low, and then Oakley is fouled right here. Well, was fouled by Sally. As you look at the Piston break, they lead it by 1.
Whoa. Turn, eh?
1 3 double 1 double 6. 1 3 double 1 double 6. 1 3 double 1 double 6. Pizza Hut delivery. 1 3 double 1 double 6. 1 3 double 1 double 6. 1 3 double 1 double 6. Pizza Hut delivery.
When you hunger for a delicious change, phone Pizza Hut. We deliver just about everywhere in next to no time.
Anyone for second?
1 3 double 1 double 6.
Don't be dull, be dazzling. Well, now you can dazzle with the Bedazzler, the exciting kit that can change your wardrobe from dull to daring. Look, this shirt was quite inexpensive, but watch. In minutes, it becomes a fashion statement worth heaps. Don't overpay, because now with the Bedazzler, you can add glittering rhinestones and studs for a fraction of the cost of buying at boutiques. Just place the gem stud in the Bedazzler machine, then press down to attach your fabric. Look, it's as easy as using a stapler. In seconds, you've got a dazzling design. Turn ordinary jeans into expensive fashion just by adding studs or stones. Don't toss out old clothes. Add gem studs for a dazzling new fashion. Update an old-fashioned jacket into a brand new style in just minutes. Personalized blouses, belts, jeans and boots with studs and stones. Add a little glitter to gloves and bags, all your accessories. Personalize hats and headbands. Create an elegant evening accent. Children love the Bedazzler too. It's great for gifts, crafts and costumes. You can even make spare money at home. Add a little sparkle for fun footwear the family will love. Transform ordinary T-shirts into fancy fashions for pennies. How much do you think this jacket cost? $50? $100? Even more? Forget it. Because now you can create the same look with the Bedazzler and save. How much, you ask? Well, now you can get the Bedazzler for just $39.95. But there's more, because we'll also send you 150 sparkling silver bright gem studs at no extra cost. Plus, you get 25 of these brilliant rhinestones in emerald, ruby, diamond, and topaz. You also get 15 popular designs for quick and easy bedazzling. Go ahead, treat yourself to a little luxury and order the Bedazzler today. Yes, you get the lot, everything you'll ever need to design great gear for just $39.95. Ring now. Ring now, but do not send any money. That's right, do not send any money, we'll bill you. Ring 008-818-686. That's 008-818-686. Ring now.
How do you make the Tasmanian Devils extinct? With magic. Big M magic. 8:30 Tuesday, National Tennis Centre.
Ghouls and ghosts have escaped from SEGA and you must destroy them. Evil eyes, terror statues, haunted guillotines. Use your magic. Call the SEGA hotline to help and conquer the Prince of Darkness himself. Ghouls and ghosts is serious fun.
We have a war zone around us as if they had all been hit by bombs. The fires are continuing to burn.
The Pistons lead it by 3, 80-77. The Knicks at 1 point, led by as many as 12. This is the biggest lead of the game for Detroit. And the Knicks are involved in a drought. They have missed 8 of their last 9 shots. Jackson from deep. Yes! A three-pointer from Mark Jackson. That's his second of the game. He's tied it at 80.
Well, it's just what the coach ordered. You're down 3 when you go into the timeout, come out of it, knock out a 3, and we're all even. We start over again with 4.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
And again, Knick players asking for crowd support. And a foul call on Oakley. That's 4 on Oakley.
As the year has progressed and his level of confidence has continued to be on the rise, Mark Jackson goes back deeper behind the three-point line and knocks out a number of big shots for New York, particularly when the defense is collapsing in on Patrick Ewing.
16 points for Jackson. He hit 2 from three-point land in game 1. 4:25 remaining in the fourth. The Knicks and Pistons tied at 80. Champ of defense. Shot clock at 5. Dumars. Oakley with the rebound. 17 off the boards for Charles Oakley.
And Detroit was trying to create the isolation for Dumars at the top of the circle, hoping he could beat Wilkins or draw the next defender and find an open teammate.
Ewing, Rodman called for a block. You try to draw the foul. From time to time, the Pistons will use Dennis Rodman defensively against Patrick Ewing and take advantage of the mismatch. They bring it to their favor, and Rodman has done a good job against Ewing.
Well, Dennis there felt he was in position, and no question about it that his feet were not moving. One of the reasons they can play Dennis is because most times they're going down and trapping or double teaming Ewing, so it's just a matter of keeping a body behind him that'll stick his nose in and play tough against Patrick.
Now it's Sally guarding Ewing with some help, and Ewing threw the foul. He was hacked. Oakley and Aguirre in each other's face, and Ewing comes over and hears it from Aguirre.
You must keep control of yourself. You do not want to lose a vital player in a playoff game, particularly in a tie game with just over 3.5 remaining.
A foul called on Sally. Ewing to the foul line for the first time.
Patrick, the little hesitation and then lean into Sally is what drew the foul.
5 on Sally, 4 on Woolridge. 4 apiece on Ewing, Starks, and Oakley. The Knicks lead it 81-80. Bill Laimbeer returns, replacing Mark Aguirre. Aguirre departs with 10. Laimbeer has played well, 8 points, 12 rebounds. Patrick Ewing with only 9 points. He's given the Knicks an 82-80 lead. 3.5 remaining in the fourth. Game 2 of the best of 5. Pistons seeking to tie the series at 1 as they go back to the Palace on Tuesday. Knicks trying for the 2-0 lead. Here is Dumars. Yes, and he's tied it at 82.
The timing, just as your teammate comes off a screen and he's open for only a split second, the ball must be delivered on the money. That's what Isaiah Thomas got done for them.
Joe Dumars with 18. All have come in the second half. Ewing now played by Laimbeer. Good play by Laimbeer. Thomas with the save. Ewing gets it back. Jackson from downtown. And the box out by Sally creates the foul call. It's on McDaniel. Xavier McDaniel committing his 4th. The Knicks over the limit with that foul. Timeout is taken. 2 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in the 4th.
An adjustment that the Knicks made. Normally, they would have a man on the wing and a man at the top of the circle, and when the ball would go into Patrick Ewing, Detroit would double team from the top. The adjustment, they took away the man from the top of the circle. There's nobody there to come back and trap, so as a result, Isaiah must come down and be the man double teaming if they're going to get to Patrick Ewing.
And Patrick Ewing with 4 for 19, 2 for 2 from the line, only 10 points. John Sally with 2 shots off the foul called on McDaniel just before the timeout. Sally is 2 for 3 from the line. He is a 70% free throw shooter. The Pistons lead it 83-82. The Knicks and the Pistons with 3 timeouts remaining. They each have 3. Knicks are back to their starting lineup. Detroit with Laimbeer and Sally and Rodman up front. Thomas with Dumars in the backcourt. The Pistons lead 84-82. Down to 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the 4th. Ewing, yes, from the behind-the-back pass thrown by Jackson.
Set up during the timeout. Instead of holding the screen, what Patrick Ewing did was slip the screen. Come over like you're going to set it, but leave before the ball ever gets to you.
The game tied at 84. Laimbeer played tightly by Ewing. Sally double teamed. Laimbeer for 3. And taken by McDaniel.
Well, of all people that you do not want to leave open, it's Bill Laimbeer. Sally got the ball back to him. No one guarding him. A wide open 3 attempt. He just doesn't knock it down.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in the 4th. Now the Knicks have not played well down the stretch during the regular season. Beautiful pass. Jackson for Oakley. The Knicks lead 86-84.
No weak side rotation that time by Dennis Rodman. He's the cutoff man. He has to get back in the lane and cut off that cross lane pass. Mark Jackson, who sees the floor, knows that Patrick Ewing is going to slip the screen, so he anticipates it and lays it behind his back on the floor. And then here, after drawing 2 defenders, finds the open man under the rim for the score.
Their afterlife was pretty good.
This house is haunted.
Till the neighbors from hell came along.
Can't go through eternity like this.
You're right.
A riot has romped through walls and beyond.
This is going to be very scary.
Boom! Then From spooks to kooks.
Let's go.
Nothing is as it seems. Tuesday.
You've probably worn things like our new running shoes before. Just never on your feet. Karachi by Nike.
Sportlife takes your breath away.
Sugar-free Sportlife gum with NutraSweet takes your breath away.
Sportlife takes your breath away.
Sugar-free Sportlife gum with NutraSweet.
Sportlife takes your breath away.
Sugar-free Sportlife gum with NutraSweet.
Sportlife takes your breath away.
Change before we set out on this
Yes,
trip.
well, neither's would be if you'd kept the light off.
Collar for a marshal.
How much is that going to cost?
What do you mean? How much is that going to cost?
Marshal!
Holler for a Marshall this winter and pay only $65 for a famous brand battery, including delivery and fitting. So what are you waiting for?
How much they charge to replace a husband?
My name is John Hopkins. My company acts for and advises people on becoming successful property investors. I invite you to the latest release of residential property negotiated exclusively for our clients to purchase. Residential property in Melbourne's best inner suburbs. It will be time well invested.
Після стількох років радянської влади ми, українці, можемо оцінити кросівку, в якій можна робити все.
The NBA Game of the Week is proudly brought to you by SEGA.
Well, the crowd responding to the New York Knicks, who now lead Detroit 86-84, minute 39 to go in the fourth quarter. Detroit has 2 timeouts remaining. The Knicks have 3.
If you're Chuck Daly, who do you want to go to here? Which one of your all-star guards is the one that you want to either take the shot or create for another teammate? Joe Dumars or Isaiah Thomas? Lambeer, he'll be an option if they happen to draw a double team.
Minute and a half left in the fourth. Shot clock down to 7. Dumars, who's been red hot in the second half. Out of 3, shoots the 3 and hits. Joe Dumars with a clutch shot from downtown, giving Detroit a 1-point lead.
That's got to be Dumars' at least 5th or 6th major three-point shot that he's had this season to either win or get his team back even or ahead in a basketball game down the stretch.
Ewing off the double team, finds Jackson. Shot clock at 3. Jackson. And it's rebounded by Rodman. Trying to call a timeout, and he got the call. The Knicks could not locate a good shot with the 24 running down after the three-pointer by Dumars. So the Pistons call for time. It will be Detroit ball when we come back with 54 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Want to see how a mistake can wind up being something good? Dumars is running a curl for that last basket, and everybody knows that Jackson, who's playing Isaiah, is going to help out. Isaiah is supposed to pass and move so that then Dumars can give him the ball back, but he doesn't move Isaiah. As a result, Jackson stops Dumars, so Dumars has to get it up with just 2 seconds remaining on the 24 and knocks out a three-pointer.
And And Joe Dumars, after the blank in the first half, coming through with 10 points in the third, 11 in the fourth, 21 in all, and he's given the Pistons a 1-point lead. It is Detroit ball as we resume. They have 1 timeout left. The Knicks have 3 remaining. 54 3/10 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Pat Riley, you know that when you put the ball in Patrick Ewing's hands, he's going to draw at least 1 other and perhaps 2 other defenders. So now you turn him into a passer or feeder rather than your primary scorer. Someone else will be open for New York. They will be forced to take a shot when they get the basketball. Right now, with Detroit trying to run time down off the clock, they will run as much as they possibly can. Go to the high pick and roll. Isaiah in the lane or Landry making a decision.
And the Knicks are over the limit. Shot clock at 2. The block. Dumars recovered. And it will be Nick Ball. But no, wait a moment. Looked to be a 24-second violation that wasn't indicated.
So New York got exactly what they wanted. They got the great defensive play at this end of the floor, which will give them now the opportunity to go back at the other end.
They may put some time back on the clock because the 24-second buzzer should have sounded before that Dumars recovery, and that's what the officials are discussing.
When this ball goes over the top of the rim, if it does not touch anything, which it does not, and the shot clock, the 24-second clock, is at 0-0, then you have a change of possession.
As I mentioned, are over the foul limit.
And you saw the players in the Detroit huddle voicing their opinions. They're trying to straighten out what their rotations are going to be. They're anticipating what the favorite play is for New York. Most times it's Patrick Ewing on a low left block. After they come out of the double teams, how are they going to rotate to the other people? That's what Isaiah and Dumars were talking out.
Here's Jackson going all the way. Tipped home. Oakley with the tip. The Knicks lead by 1. Detroit trying to break down in a hurry, but the Knicks got back. Pistons have 1 timeout remaining. Down to 15 seconds to go in the fourth. Down to 10. Isaiah Thomas. Yes! And now the Knicks call for time. One of the great clutch shooters in the history of the game. Isaiah Thomas taking the shot and converting to give Detroit an 89-88 lead. 7 and 6/10 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Well, from Detroit's standpoint, defensively, the worst thing happened possible. That was a pick-and-roll situation. Mark Jackson coming off the screen by Patrick Ewing. No one helps as a result. He goes right down the lane and draws 3 Pistons. Well, when 3 guys are trying to stop the ball, Oakley is free to tip it in. At the other end, I hate to say what I think someone's thinking in their mind, but to me, Isaiah Thomas knew all the way he wanted to take this last shot. If his team was going to lose in game 2, he was taking that responsibility on his shoulders, knocks it out, and is happy about it.
Isaiah with 15. He's hit 6 of 11. Coming back from the 1 for 9 on Friday night. The high man for Detroit, Joe Dumars with 21. Orlando Woolridge with 16. And Isaiah has 15. The Knicks led by Xavier McDaniel, who has 24. Mark Jackson with 16. And Patrick Ewing with only 12 points. 4 for 19 from the field. Off the boards, Charles Oakley with 17 rebounds along with 13 points.
Either team has a foul to give. If it's a foul, the opponent's going to shoot free throws. But what they both have is a delay of game left, which means that on this side out of bounds play, if New York decides to take it on the side, Detroit couldn't run the man out of bounds. In other words, the guy guarding the ball, taking it out on the side, his man can cross that sideline delay of game called. It will give his teammates a chance to see what the play is New York's trying to run.
And the game has come down to this. 7 6/10 seconds to go. Knicks down by 1. Wilkins with the jumper. Rebound McDaniel. And that is it. The Pistons enthusiastically run off the bench as they have tied the series at 1, pulling out an 89-88 victory here on the Knicks home court. The Knicks certainly had their chances. Gerald Wilkins with the first shot that was way off, and Xavier McDaniel had the follow-up opportunity but could not hit. The series tied at 1.
Hello, Mal Walden. A massive show of strength by troops and police has begun to restore order to the streets of Los Angeles and other American cities.
What is going on in L.A. must and will stop.
The troops were ordered in by President Bush, who addressed the nation a short time ago.
It's just not right.
Also today, an appeal for calm from Rodney King, whose beating was the catalyst for the rioting in which 37 people have died. Full details tonight at 6.
A city that's become a battlefield, a country torn apart with racial tension. As the world looks on in shocked disbelief, Los Angeles under fire, an explosion of discontent, plus the man they called Dr. Romeo. He told the girls, trust me, but he left them heartbroken and a lot poorer. Next week on Hinch at 7 o'clock.
Blacktop's a street game. Observe the street rules. Life is short. Play hard. Reebok.
Why can Casans present you with the finest range of lounge suites? Because we make them. And why can Casans guarantee you the finest quality in lounge suites? Because we make them. And why can Casans offer you the best prices on lounge suites? Because we make them. Casans Furniture, 102 Gaffney Street, North Coburg. Quality at the right price, because we make them.
In a world of dispute comes a new Accord. The 1992 Honda Accord, with Honda's undisputed quality, leather trim, electric windows and mirrors, advanced four-wheel steering, 2.2-litre engine, anti-lock braking system. Now a new Accord is on the streets. The limited edition Revista, fully air-conditioned from $29,990 at your Honda dealer now.
Hey, lighting buyers, don't miss this crazy 3-day liquidation sale. Outside floodlights normally $16, a ripper bargain. Now half price. Low voltage downlights are down to a ridiculous $26. Scare away burglars with a security floodlight for an amazing $28.50. Philips soft-tone globes are 69 cents. Buy one, get one free. Exhaust fans below trade price, only $23.50. Do-it-yourself spheres are red-hot special, only $5. Join the thousands who shop and save at Australian Lighting, the lighting warehouse.
How do you make the Tasmanian Devils extinct? With magic. Big M Magic. 8:30 Tuesday, National Tennis Centre.
It's the Super Monaco Grand Prix from SEGA. 16 circuits to conquer, 16 Formula 1 cars to master. Trouble? Then switch transmissions or call the SEGA hotline. The Super Monaco Grand Prix is racing now on SEGA Mega Drive. Serious fun. From SEGA.
Welcome back to 10's NBA coverage. Okay, let's take a look at the week in NBA now through NBA action. Of course, the playoffs highlight today's show, starting with the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers, the Celtics without Larry Bird. But later we've got news, notes and quotes, plays of the week, and a special profile that I'm glad to see. Holding court this week is Boston's chief, Robert Parrish. The grim-faced, imposing Parrish has helped hold the Celtics together in a season tattered by injuries. The chief, and much more, in Nike NBA action.
Get in there! What time is it? Game time!
Our first stop is Boston Garden, where the Indiana Pacers and Boston Celtics renewed old acquaintances in a rematch of last year's playoff classic. It was high intensity right from the start, as Reggie Miller and the Pacers looked to set the tone early. The Celtics were once again without Larry Bird, but Kevin Gamble and Reggie Lewis carried the scoring load. Lewis with a game-high 36 points. Indiana scrambled to keep pace, and late in the game, they took the lead by 3. But Boston's battle-tested veterans pulled Game 1 out of the fire.
McHale from 18. Boston's first playoffs win without Larry Bird, 124 to 113.
Game 2 produced an unlikely hero in point guard John Bagley. Filling in for the ailing D. Brown, Bagley had the game of his life, matching his career high with 35 points and adding 14 assists. But before Boston could put this one in the bag, they had to withstand an assault from the rifleman.
Yes, and it counts. Boston with the ball, 2-point lead. Bagley on the swing. Bagley with the rebound. The Celtics are now 2 up in this best of 5.
The upstart New Jersey Nets came to Cleveland looking to upstage the Cavaliers. But the Cavs had their two-man game working to perfection. And it helps when the two men are all-stars Mark Price and Brad Daugherty. In their first playoff game in 6 years, the Nets matched Cleveland basket for basket. Drazen Petrovic poured in 40 points, but the Cavs rose to the challenge.
Cuts inside, Clark to the basket. Uh-oh!
Late in the game, the Nets led by 1. But this critical play proved to be the turning point.
By Hot Rod. Hot Rod heading to the hole, and he'll dunk it home. Biggest play of the game.
In Game 2, the Cavs' dynamic duo was at it again, and this time, Cleveland won by 22. In Chicago, Michael Jordan got off to a flying start with 46 points and some airtight defense in Game 1 against Miami. The defending champion Bulls turned off the heat in a 113-94 blowout. In Game 2, it would get even worse for Miami, as Jordan and Scottie Pippen teamed up for 63 points, as the Bulls took another step in their drive to repeat.
Magic number is 13.
Miami made news by becoming the first of the 4 expansion teams to reach the playoffs. And there's more reason to smile, as Glenn Rice became the first expansion player to cop Player of the Month honors. Rice's exploits included a 46-point outburst against the Magic.
It is Rice time again here in Miami.
The Hawks' Stacey Augmon enjoyed his finest month as a pro to earn April's Rookie of the Month award.
I'll tell you what, he is an impressive athlete, isn't he?
Not yet, Chris, but you are Coach of the Month.
What a wonderful 4 weeks of basketball the Boston Celtics have put together.
In other coaching news, Frank Hamblin was relieved of his coaching duties by Milwaukee as the Bucks sit out the playoffs for the first time since 1977. The lottery-bound Nuggets dismissed Paul Westhead after Denver won only 44 games in his 2 years at the helm. And at season's end, Cotton Fitzsimmons will move upstairs and hand over the reins to Paul Westphal.
I am ready to step aside and turn it over to who I think the guy for the 90s with the Phoenix Suns.
I'm excited for the opportunity for myself and looking forward to getting after it next year.
Coming up, the Phoenix Suns are one of the teams who are running and gunning in the wild, wild west. And as the playoffs race ahead, the ageless Robert Parrish keeps pace.
I get motivated to play against them just like they get motivated to play against me.
Only SEGA could dream up a game this tough. Shadow of the Beast. You're on your own against 100 of the most brutal monsters ever to hit the screen. And don't bother calling the SEGA hotline for help, because even they can't conquer the Shadow of the Beast.
Mademoiselle, I must have chocolate. I am in love. Something special, like you.
Well, I'm sure she'd like this.
Dairy box. Parfait. So beautiful on the outside. And in. Mais oui.
Mais oui.
You may.
Dairy box. What a lovely surprise.
Oh, and this time, please leave me a coffee royale.
We want to show you how good our service really is.
They were great. They installed them, and the next thing I know, they were on the phone to make sure we were happy.
Okay, and when would you like to have your service connected?
I was pleasantly surprised. They turned up on the dot.
Can I have your address, please?
Well, they were professional. I was really impressed.
We could have that service connected for you tomorrow if you would like.
And your surname, sir?
Good morning, Telecom Residential Service.
Christine speaking. Have you heard about our easy call services?
I know you love our telephones.
Press the recall button, okay?
Thanks very much.
New Telecom business account.
We just want to give you the service you're looking for.
The new classic Italian pizza from Pizza Hut. Try it on its own or as part of the 1990 pairs deal. Dine in, take away, or home delivered.
Next week in Neighbours, young love takes its course.
Don't you know how I feel about you?
Todd and Phoebe can no longer hold back their emotions.
So, young lady, just where did you spend last night?
A secret discovered.
Neither Todd or you are ready for this kind of commitment.
We know exactly what we're doing.
Trust betrayed.
But Phoebe and I love each other. That is beside the point. You're not a kid anymore. You're not a man yet either.
And a price to pay.
While you're living under this roof, I most certainly can't allow the relationship to continue.
Neighbours, next week at 6:30.
Now, the league's elder statesman, the venerable chief of the Boston Celtics, is holding court.
Trying to get it back to Bird. Good double team. They find Parrish. Robert got it. Count it at the buzzer. The chief.
Robert Parrish is one of the finest centers of all time. But in his high school days, he didn't seem destined for greatness.
Everybody got a number except for me, and the only jersey that was left was 00. So they say either 00 or wait 2 weeks. So that shows you how good it was, right?
Even after being drafted by the Golden State Warriors, Parrish's stoic manner caused critics to doubt him.
Oh, I was categorized as being lackadaisical, very distant, antisocial.
As a Warrior, his situation appeared hopeless. But his fortunes were about to change dramatically on June 9th, 1980, as he became a Celtic.
From the outhouse to the penthouse, so to speak. So I was very happy about the trade.
In the tradition-rich setting of Boston Garden, Parrish found a home as he teamed up with second-year sensation Larry Bird. Robert helped revitalize Celtic pride. Beating Houston in the 1981 finals, Parrish finally gained recognition as a force in the middle.
That's what everybody shoots for, is to win a championship, be on a championship team, be called a champion for a year.
Robert, you had a great game out there. You were the fella that got him going early, and you came back after that foul trouble. How does it feel to have it all?
It feels very good. I'm happy to win it all.
Today, Parrish owns 3 championship rings and a place in history as one of basketball's most remarkable success stories.
Here he goes again. Take the fall away this time. Got it. What a play. Beautiful play. Robert swooping through.
Robert, look at this. Look at that play by Robert Parrish.
I think that Robert Parrish was the center of the 80s, more so even than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think this man is tremendous at what he is doing for the Celtics. He's running the court as he did 10, 15 years ago. He rebounds, he scores, he passes well, he fills lanes. He does everything that a basketball player is supposed to do.
One thing about Robert, he comes to play every day, he practices hard, and he don't say a whole lot, but he gets the job done.
Brian Shaw high off the glass, and Parrish is there. Parrish with the hit.
And even at 38 years old, one thing keeps Parrish going strong.
Championships. Never win enough championships. That's the one thing I don't think any player could get enough of. Championships.
While fans today marvel at Parrish's longevity, no one withstood the test of time better than the legendary Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks in 1969, known then as Lou Alcindor, he quickly established himself as one of the game's most dominant players.
He presented to me for the first time
in my career of basketball, a guy that I felt that really needs some help to guard.
After leading the Bucks to a championship in 1971, Jabbar was eventually traded to the Lakers, bringing with him the shot that terrorized opponents.
Coach said, you got him. Who, me? Yeah, you got him. So I got on him and I was guarding 40 points, sky hook, sky hook, sky hook, sky hook. I went home that night, I was in the bed, sky hook, sky hook, scared for the sky hook.
Kareem's skyhook helped lead the Lakers to 5 championships from 1980 to 1988. And with Magic Johnson's assistance, he would break the all-time scoring mark.
I'm going to be the one to get this assist, and we're going to break the record together.
They go to Green. Green backs in. Look shot. It's up. It's good. It's good. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 31,420 points for the greatest center in modern basketball history.
I'm going to be in that trivia question 20, 30 years from now. You see, they're going to say, who was the guy who passed it to Kareem? Hey, it's going to be me.
Lives in the balance, laying lives on the line.
Mitch is practically on top of you.
Baywatch, tonight on 10.
Після стількох років радянської влади ми, українці, можемо оцінити кросівку, в якій можна робити все.
How much to Russell Street?
$9, love.
9? Forget it. For the price of a cab fare, I bought a new Mitsubishi. With the rent-buy plan from the Mitsubishi Key Point dealers after an agreed term, it's mine. Pay less than $9 a day for a new Lancer, less than $12 a day for new Magnas, and less than $14 a day for new Gallants. Drive away with nothing more to pay only from the 4 Mitsubishi Key Point dealers: Chadstone, Essendon, Heidelberg, and Knox.
I'm here in this auto graveyard to demonstrate New Finish, a once-a-year car polish. Simply wipe it on, then wipe it off. There's no rubbing, no buffing. Look how New Finish restored a deep, hard shine to even this weather-beaten old car. You see, New Finish is not a wax, but a space-age polymer formula that shines better and lasts longer. And here's proof. An independent laboratory tested New Finish against several leading brands of car polishers. After simulating a full year of punishing weather and exposure, New Finish had the highest gloss and actually retained more than 90% of its original shine. Next, we polished this car with New Finish and ran it through a car wash 52 times. After all the harsh scrubbing and detergents, the water still beads. You'll find that New Finish is great for fiberglass boats too. So get New Finish, the once-a-year car polish. It's guaranteed to perform to your complete satisfaction or return the unused portion to your place of purchase for a full refund.
New Finish Car Wash is now also available. Pick yours up from one of these leading retailers.
Multiple sclerosis is a disease that affects the body's central nervous system. So far, we have no cure, but you can help find one by joining the MS Read-A-Thon. Every book you read will help raise money for MS research and give you the chance to win a trip to Disneyland. The Multiple Sclerosis Read-A-Thon. Ring 03 827 4444 for your free MS Read-A-Thon kit.
This week, we take a look back at who won the statistical battles in the NBA this season. Leading off is this year's scoring champion, Michael Jordan, whose 30.1 points per game was good enough to earn his airness, his 6th straight scoring title. The player with the highest field goal percentage was the Blazers' power forward, Buck Williams, who scored on about 60% of his shots.
Buck Williams shoots 61% for a good reason. Most of his shots are from point-blank range.
The most proficient at the free throw line was Cleveland's Mark Price, who shot an astounding 95%, missing only 15 times all season. Not missing the mark either was Utah's John Stockton, as he was the NBA's assist leader, accumulating 13.7 assists a game. And proving he's not just an offensive player, Stockton also led the league in steals, recording almost 3 thefts per contest.
Stockton steals the crossover.
The anchor of San Antonio's defense was super center David Robinson. The Admiral led the league in blocked shots as he averaged 4.5 swats a game. And finally, Detroit's Dennis Rodman owned the boards as he pulled down 18.7 rebounds a game. But Rodman's passion for the boards is shared by others, as we find out in our Inside Look. And in the playoffs, every game becomes crucial, as well as every rebound, proving that this facet of the game just may be the key to victory.
Come on, work, box out, no easy ones, everybody rebound.
You have to be a major league rebounding team to be a good defensive team. And it's a belief by the players that that's the way to win.
Rebound, Rodman, he scores it, Canada Valley. Dennis Rodman, great.
I'm not the strongest, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but it's just that determination to go get the basketball.
The Worm works the glass one more time.
He's got great determination and instinct for the ball. Easily the best rebounder in the league.
But Dennis wasn't the only rebounding menace this season.
He's trying to keep up with Willis in Atlanta.
Living by a simple credo, Willis has elevated his rebounding skills to new heights.
Relentless, determined to take everything that comes off his glass.
Though Willis has had some games to remember on the glass, he's not alone when it comes to recording outrageous outings.
Getting 20 and 25 and 31 rebounds. It's been done before. I'm not the first one who's ever done this.
Back in 1981, Moses Malone was the chairman of the boards en route to the NBA Finals. And 10 years earlier, Wes Unseld did the same.
A great rebounder has what I call a rebounder mentality. That means he believes that anytime someone else goes up there and gets the ball, they're taking something away from him.
It's a very macho kind of thing that you got to want to get the ball and, you know, nobody's giving it to you. You got to go and get it.
Generally, rebounders are guys who are, as I said, very quick, and they have that great determination to go after the ball all the time.
And although he's out of the postseason party, Charles Barkley knows what it takes.
Some guys are just born to rebound. I mean, I really believe that.
And in the playoffs, players are out to prove that rebounding is their birthright.
Reggie missing from three-point area. Dale Davis on a putback, tipped it up again. Dale again, Dale again, Dale again.
Good by Cliff Robinson.
Rebound grabbed by Sean Kemp. He's been a holy terror on the glass.
How about a block and dunk fest as we get in your face?
Quickly to Drexler. They're 3-on-1.
Elliott on him. Elliott makes the steal from TJ. Comes down and jams it.
A steal by Jackson.
You are Michael Jackson, the Moonwalker. To destroy Mr. Big, you must kill zombies, rescue prisoners, and call the SEGA hotline for help. Michael Jackson Moonwalker is dancing now on SEGA Mega Drive. Serious fun from SEGA.
Pricebuster Ollie Martin is now at Sportsmart Wholesale Buying Club.
This 4-day super sale has hundreds of tennis rackets at up to 70% off. There's top brand sport shoes, including Reebok, a real winner at half price. Famous name sports clothing and tracksuits are half price. Keep fit with a deluxe exercise bike at a crazy $89. Save on top grade Spalding golf balls at an amazing $17.95. Plus hundreds of other great sports bargains at the 4-day warehouse super sale. Only at Sportsmart Wholesale Buying Club.
Who can bring together people everywhere? Who can put a handful of magic in the air? M&Ms can, oh, M&Ms can. M&Ms can, and they do it all for you. and the world tastes good. Who can make you smile? The stretches all across the land. M&Ms can, oh, M&Ms can, and the world tastes good.
When you decide to build your next home, make sure the builder you choose is a master builder. The Master Builders Association of Victoria set the building standards in this state, and together with VS&L, who plan on becoming the largest providers of new home loans in Victoria, are dedicated to building superior homes. Master Builders are renowned for excellent workmanship and quality design. They use only the best materials, like Boral bricks, tiles, plasterboard and windows, and other top products, including Telecom's new range of home phones and equipment to suit your individual needs. And with the help of VS&L and St. George, you'll find home finance so much better. Building a new home or renovating, phone 419-4555 to make sure the builder you choose is a master builder.
Blacktop's a street game. Observe the street rules. Life is short. Play hard. Reebok.
He's running for the Senate. But first, he must defend a man accused of murder.
Don't you try and stop me.
LA Law's Corbin Burnson, Mel Harris, Raymond Burr, and Catherine Hellmond from Who's the Boss?
Your life may be in danger.
For the first time on television, Grassroots, Sunday on Channel 10.
We have a traffic jam of looters. There's a police officer in the parking lot with his gun drawn.
Here's a police officer in the parking lot with his gun drawn.
Let's take a look inside the 1992 NBA playoffs. With their win over the Knicks, the Pistons tied the best-of-5 Eastern Conference Series at 1 game apiece. The teams will move to Detroit for 2 games, and a 5th game, if necessary, would be back in New York. The Bulls head to Miami with a 2-0 advantage over the Heat, and with one more win, would play the winner of the Pistons-Knicks series. In the lower half of the draw, the Celtics and the Cavaliers could meet in the second round. Boston's up 2-0 on Indiana, and Cleveland's up 2-0 on New Jersey. Lenny Wilkins is in suburban Cleveland for Game 2 against the Nets. Derek Coleman gets stripped by Mike Sanders, who drives in for the layup, and the Cavs are up by 8 in the first quarter. Now the Nets on the turnover. Sam Bowie with a beautiful over-the-head pass to Chris Morris, who gets in for the layup, but the Nets trail 36-20 after 1. In the second quarter, Coleman goes to the glass, 2 of his 24, but the Nets trail 40-29. Then Steve Kerr with a nice pass to Hot Rod Williams, who pumps in the layup, and at the half, Cleveland leads at 62-46 over Bill Fitch in New Jersey. Third quarter, Mark Price, one of his 15 assists over to Brad Daugherty, who jams it home. Daugherty led all scorers with 29. It was 90-73 Cleveland after 3. Fourth quarter, Kenny Anderson with a drive. The Nets would pull to within 10 points. But then on the fast break, Craig Elo would find Williams all alone for the jam. Cleveland leads the best-of-5 series 2 games to none as the series shifts to the Meadowlands in New Jersey. The stunned Nets head home with a 118-96 defeat at the hands of the Cavaliers. The Celtics once again without Larry Bird as they take on the Pacers in Game 2 of their series. George McLeod with a tough shot with the shot clock running down, and Indiana leads 61-49 at the half. Chuck Person goes for 15 in the third. 2 on this play, and the foul shot would make it a 3-point play as the Pacers lead by 9. John Bagley leads the Celtics comeback. Hits the tray as the clock runs down at the end of the third. A foul as well on Vern Fleming. The rare 4-point play cuts the Pacers lead to 2. 1992 Six-Man Award winner Detlef Schrempf with a drive and the foul, putting the Pacers up by 6 in the fourth. But Robert Parrish rolls into the lane, hits the rainbow jumper, and we're tied at 102 all. The Celtics have a chance to win in regulation. Bagley's J rattles out. Reggie Lewis grabs it and misses the prayer at the buzzer. And we're going to overtime. The Celtics on an 8-0 run in overtime. Bagley with a miss, but he gets the rebound. Scoops it to Parrish for one of his 15 assists. Bagley also had 35 points as Parrish and the Celtics head to Indianapolis with a 2-0 lead after a 119-112 home court win in overtime. In the Western Conference, the Blazers have dominated on their way to a 2-0 lead versus the Lakers. They head to Los Angeles looking for a sweep, which would pair them against the Sun-Spurs winner. Phoenix holding a 2-0 edge in that series. In the lower half of the draw, the Jazz have continued to impress on their home court, winning 2 tough games against the LA Clippers. The Sonics pulled off an impressive Game 1 win at Golden State, and the Warriors would even up the series in Game 2. Here is Sonics coach George Karl directing his team in Game 2 against the Warriors. Ricky Pierce down low. Feeds to Sean Kemp, who hammers home the slam, and Seattle leads by 7. The Warriors come back as Sharunas Marciulionis puts in the layup to give the hometowners a 2-point lead. Eddie Johnson gets a nice bounce pass and puts in the layup, part of a 10-2 run at the end of the first half, which puts the Sonics up by 6. Second half, Tim Hardaway to Mario Ellie, to Chris Mullin, who steps back for the J, and the Warriors reclaim the lead. Hardaway with a steal. Over to Ellie for the layup and the foul as the Warriors go up by 6 at the end of 3. Hardaway finishes with 23. Here he uses the killer crossover to coast in for the layup as Golden State averts a 2-0 series deficit. They tie the series at 1 as it shifts to Seattle with a 115-101 home court win in Oakland. AC Green, one of the many banged-up Lakers as they go up against the Blazers. Clyde Drexler glides in on the break for the jam over Bloody Divac. Portland led by 9 points after 1. Byron Scott hits the long bomb as the Lakers try to keep it close, down by 7 in the second. Kevin Duckworth leads all scorers with 19. He tosses in the 12-footer as he's fouled, and the Blazers lead this one 50-37 at the intermission. The Blazer fans are loving it. In the third, Scott would try to keep the Lakers close. Here he drives and scores and draws a foul. But the Blazers break it wide open. Cliff Robinson hits the jumper. Then gets into a scuffle with AC Green. And the Blazers open up a big lead. They lead 76-55 after 3. In the fourth, Drexler goes all the way in and powers it home. Portland keeps rolling. They're the team to beat out west, and they show it. Up 2 games on the Lakers as the series heads to Los Angeles. A 101-79 final over the banged-up Lakers.
Well, it only gets better. We'll bring you the best of the NBA playoffs, including the big one, over the next few weeks. Hard not to see Chicago there at the end, though. Okay, before we tell you about more sport coming up on Network 10, our NBA competition.
Win a trip for 2 flying Northwest Airlines to Portland, USA, site of the 1992 NBA Draft and the Tournament of the Americas, the official Olympic qualifying tournament for the United States Olympic team. Your chance to witness the cream of the NBA in action as this year heralds Olympic history, when this basketball tournament will be open to professional players from the NBA, including stars such as Michael Jordan, David Robinson, and Patrick Ewing. For your entry form and further competition details, grab a copy of Basketball Week, on sale now from your news agency.
Get involved, get yourself to Portland. But don't forget also one of the best seasons of NBL is warming up. That action live at 8:30 every Saturday night. Great matches this week. Check your local guides for details. Now, rugby and plenty. In New South Wales only, the match between New South Wales and Wellington, that is coming up. And also for Queensland viewers only, Queensland versus Auckland. And to tie it all up and tell us much more, the Sports Show with Gibbo and Eddie Maguire on Thursdays at 11 p.m. Well, that's it for another week. I'm Bill Woods. See you next time with more NBA highlights.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea is coming up next. And there's more basketball action tonight on 10 when we bring you the clash between the Supercats and the Tigers live from the Geelong Arena. The Amazing Gaze will be in action leading his Tigers against a very determined and competitive Supercat side. Don't miss it tonight, 8:30 here on 10.
The NBA Game of the Week was proudly brought to you by SEGA.
See a beautiful holiday setting with its own Ayers Rock, Tasmania's best kept secret. Plus, preparing your garden for spring. Healthy, wealthy and wise, Monday. Their afterlife was pretty good.
This house is haunted.
Till the neighbours from hell came along.
Can't go through eternity like this. You're right.
A riotous romp through walls and beyond.
This is gonna be very scary.
Then from spooks to kooks.
Let's go.
Nothing is as it seems. Tuesday. Lives in the balance. Laying lives on the line.
Mitch, it's practically on top of you.
Baywatch tonight.